Hey, welcome everybody to another Tuesday Night Watch Talk. I am Bobby Legs and I'm joined by my Tuesday friends. Uh, let's start off with Uncle Luxury. Uncle Luxury, how are you this evening?
I won't lie, it's kind of been a up and down week. It's been an emotional roller coaster because 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 last week we had the Milgauss
Yeah.
unboxing, and then we lost Dante last week, so
Yeah.
that was kind of a
Yeah,
downer.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
yeah.
but then my brother went and had a well he and his wife had a baby. Thankfully, it looks like his wife.
Good.
So I've got my second niece. If
Congratulations.
people
Congrats.
Thanks, guys. If people were wondering whether I've been getting the same amount of sleep and having the same watch budget, yeah, they're exactly the same. It's not my baby, so
Yeah.
nothing to worry about there. Um, so I was sort of on an emotional roller coaster, and I was thinking, should I get something to commemorate the birth of my niece? Should I get
Right.
something new?
Absolutely.
So don't zoom in on me yet, okay? Don't
Okay.
zoom in on
Okay.
me yet. Don't yeah,
Okay.
not yet. All right. So I was thinking about it, and I know I'm gonna get criticized. I'm gonna get criticized about this, right? But I want to remind everyone that even though I've insulted Nomos in the past, I've always said that I've liked the Autobahn. Okay, so as Colin and I are both members of the Canadian Watch Club, right? And there
Hmm.
was a very high reputation wholesaler for Nomos, and
Hmm.
he was selling the Autobahns for about 65. So the Autobahns are being sold for 6,500 Canadian, so
Yes.
which is about five grand US, right?
Yeah.
Five grand US.
Hmm.
He was selling them for about $2,700 US, so like about three
Mm.
thousand Canadian. All right, so I I was thinking about it. Like I was like, am I going to get a Nomos to celebrate the birth of my niece? Because I was like, I was low from Dante, and then I'm
Hmm.
back on a high um, for um, for for the birth of my niece. So I was thinking about it. So now you can zoom in so we can see
Okay.
what's on my wrist. I'm just kidding. Come on, guys. That didn't get sold. Everyone was wondering whether I got sold. It didn't get sold.
You're pretty good with the teasing, I gotta tell you, Uncle Luxury. Speaking of teasing, does your, wife, you guys have been married for like what, about a year now?
About
Has
a
it
year,
been?
yeah.
Yeah. Seeing that you have a niece, is there any kind of pressure
Ooh, ooh.
um to join
Yeah,
the ranks of parenthood?
that, that's something we'll talk about offline. We
Okay.
can talk about it offline.
So that is a yes. Okay. Colin at Winding Watches. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good man. Yeah,
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a busy week for sure. Yep.
Wow. All right.
What do I got?
Yeah, what do you got?
I'm wearing my Vacheron Overseas with a new strap that came in today.
Looks
Very
really
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
And
So
you want to tell the chat where you got the strap from?
this is a deluxe
Mm.
custom strap with the quick release.
Oh, cool.
Saffiano orange, I think. Saffiano? Is that how you say it? I don't know. But yeah, I like it. I think it looks cool.
Very, very nice. Would you now consider getting even a couple more straps from Deluxe to match that or different
Maybe.
colors? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, now I feel like this is a strap monster,
Yeah.
because I mean, they aren't cheap,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
Okay. Good. And tonight I'm just wearing the air cam.
Oh, oh,
Let's go to
Uh,
see
wait a
wait,
status. Okay.
wait,
minute.
that's not enough fanfare.
My mind is blown.
Dada, I
Congrats, buddy.
thanks, man. I got the call yesterday
And that's with no
and
buying history, right? That's awesome.
from this boutique now. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
Pretty
think
amazing.
fast, too.
it was
Look at
about
that.
it was about almost 3 months, almost just shy of 3 months.
That's like record speed for Rolex, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
It's
think
the Bobby Legs factor.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
The
Well,
charisma.
no, yeah. I mean, well, look. I mean, I think a couple things worked in my favor. It was a relatively new boutique, right? Um, according to my sales rep who I talked to, I mean, who I asked him about the Air King, he said that nobody's ever asked, since he's been there, nobody's asked him about the Air King. That doesn't mean that other people haven't asked about the Air King to other sales reps, but for him, he was like, "No, no, you're the first guy, so yeah, I'll definitely, you know,
Nobody's asked
no,
about
no,
it.
nobody cares about the Air King." And so he's a collector, and I'm a collector, and so we really hit it off. And look, I mean, I went there again about a month ago to try on some other watches. Periodically, I would text him, you know, just to see what's up,
Hmm.
share some pictures from my collection and
Nice.
whatnot. So like I was on his radar, I think. And yeah, man. I mean, like it's been a really awesome 6 months, right? I mean, I got my
Yeah.
sub in September, and I got the Air King in March, and I'm stoked. I'm very stoked.
So the people that always, that go on social media and complain and
Hmm.
oh, I you got to do this and you got to do that to get a watch and all that. They they seem to underestimate how much it means when you just hit it off with a salesperson, where
Yeah.
you have good dialogue, you get along, you exchange text, just
Hmm.
friendly,
Yeah.
talk and all that.
Yeah.
Like that goes just as far as spending a boatload of cash a lot of times.
I definitely agree. Look, I mean, again, I think I had a couple things that I just kind of like looked into, right? Newer boutique,
Hmm.
um, hitting it off with the sales rep. This is not an AD. I've been to
Yeah.
roller cities before and have never had any luck. And that's where I think you need to develop that relationship and buy some
Hmm.
other stuff, jewelry, other watches, and have
Right.
that history to get that, get that Rolex that you want. I think I just got lucky, and so I feel the pain for some people out there who
Hmm.
complain about it because for a couple years, I was like that guy. I'm like, "Ugh, man. I mean, I don't have to buy like this like stupid necklace or something like that, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to just get curry favor."
Yeah.
And then like I'll be like, oh, screw that, it's bullshit. I mean, why do I have to curry favor? I just, why can't I buy the watch? And part of me didn't want to play that game either. And I got lucky, man. I got lucky. I really did.
I mean,
Yeah.
I if I'm in the neighborhood of a Rolex AD, a lot of times I'll stop in,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of them where it's just like there's no rapport with the salesperson, and
Yeah.
it's just going nowhere unless you spend a ton of money. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
definitely
I personally don't feel bad for people complaining about Rolex. You can always get an Omega, right, and just be equally
you
happy.
you could, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
e-
mean, look, I mean,
definitely equally happy.
no, I
Sure.
mean, Omega's great, and we're gonna talk about Omega. Their new releases that came out yesterday. Let's say hello to some of the guys in the chat, and then we'll move forward. Sanjay's here. How you doing, Sanjay? Marcel is here. How you doing, Marcel? Chaz from the Berg. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, the music is playing. Um, I don't know if I have a theme song for the Air King yet, but I'll figure it out. Bill K is here. B Dev is here. 911 Dan with the fives. Yeah, the fives on the wrist. Javi Bobby is here. Mr. Casio, how you doing? Joey B, what is up? Hey, AZ Clayton, what's going on, man? How you doing? Mike is here. Andre is here. Let's see. Hey, James is here. How you doing, James? Justin is strapped in. Rick is here. How you doing, Rick? Kevin S is here. Wilson's here. Deech is here. Let's see here. Hey, Caliber YQG is here. How you doing? Um, so I think there was a lot of you did have a lot of people on the hook there, Marcus. You're pretty good with luring them in. I gotta be honest with you.
We don't have much to talk about today.
Yeah, Steve's here. We really don't.
We're a little
Hey, Rob.
short-handed.
Yeah, Rob is here from Mountain Standard Time. Hey, Craig, what's going on? Good to see you. KR Joy's here. Um, Williams here, rocking his Zen 203, a titanium AR in Pittsburgh, PA. Let us know what you guys are watching or have on your wrist.
Man, I gotta clean up behind me. Look at this; it's a mess.
Yeah, it's not bad. I got like all these tchotchkes here. Like I got a lot of like
Jeez.
Virgin Marys. These were my mom's. My mom was Puerto Rican and very, she had all the saints and the Marys all over the place. So these are just like, little keepsakes. But they're all over kind of up here too. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just feel like this is a little bit better ambiance. Don't you guys think? With
Yeah.
the fireplace.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks
I
good.
think so.
I got
Thanks.
like 4 watch hats back here.
Nora's here. Hey, Greg is here. Uh, Dave is here. You were a fan of Bobby Legs before he had
Before you
Rollies.
made it.
Before I made it, yeah. Funny. Hey, Kevin's here. How you doing, Kevin? Jared's here. How you doing, Jared? Nerio, yeah, using Slayer for my Air King wrist roll. I like to sneak that in because I'm sure a lot of watch nerds are not really into Slayer, so
Yeah.
I like to sneak that in. Paul, also congratulations in order for Paul. He
Yep.
on the same day that I got my Air King, he got a Rolex Explorer. So congratulations, my friend.
I hope that new purchase history is going to get him an Aqua Racer soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know though. Might not be enough.
Might not be enough. Nefs, I wonder if the complainers just sent one email, stopped in once, never followed up, and never heard back. Now all are
That happens a
whiny.
lot. Or they'll come in and they'll be like, "Dude, you have the Hulk," and then leave.
Yeah.
Like I remember. That's it.
I got to be honest with you. Like the first time I went to an AD, that's what I pretty much did. I just stopped in once, and then they were like, "Now, I mean, this is a couple years ago, so they had some watches, but none of this
Yeah.
like the sports, right?" Um, and then I, went and complained to my friends about it, and then it is you had to play a little bit of a game with them, and I finally got that, and but it wasn't going anywhere. Like I said, I just lucked out. I really did. Hey, Thomas, thank you, Thomas. Missed the past few shows because of time difference in UK. Really happy that you got the call, Rob. Congratulations. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. Um, Thor is here wearing the Halios Universa. Anish is here. How you doing, Anish? Got a good crowd today. Wow, 75 people already. Awesome. Thank you guys
Wow.
for coming in. Hey, Wayban is here. How you doing?
Because you got the A team here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. We got the A team. Like Joe is like face, right? You know what I mean? Like the smooth talker, you know.
Mhm.
Like like maybe Amin is more like the leader, the George Papard character, you know. Um
I don't wanna know.
Marcus, you're totally BA. You're Brad.
BA.
You're
BA.
totally BA. We gotta drug you before we put you in an airplane,
Oh boy.
that kind of stuff.
I
You
forgot
know?
Some
about
loose
that.
cannon.
Yeah, and then you're the jokester. I'm I'm
Okay, cool.
yeah, I'm nobody. I just
Nobody.
host the chat. Here's Pale Horse. How you doing, sir? When he's still a fan of Bobby Legs, even after he got all the rollies, and I'm better than
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah. It's a
Read
problem.
Said the guy with a date in his thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oil buddy, man, you're the best. Brendan Nelson's here. How you doing, sir? MTB Mike, what is going on? Okay, so pretty much anticipated, highly anticipated Omega releases.
Mm.
More so because I think we were just like, okay, enough with Grand Seiko releases, please. You know what I mean? Let's get some Omega. And
Yeah, put on
bam,
my Omega hat.
got your Omega hat on here. So let's take a look. What do you say, guys?
Sure.
Let me just pull. Don't sound too excited. Share screen. Here we go.
That's a red
Boom.
hat, isn't it?
Yeah,
Holy.
very
Never.
red.
Yeah.
I think I've worn this once in my driveway.
Okay, so let's just start off with the Moon Watch with the Moonshine Gold. Probably for me the most interesting um, release, or actually, let me say the one the release the model the models that I like the most. What do you guys think about these Speedmasters? Any thoughts?
It's kind of weird for me because I actually really like the ones on the bracelet. I think those look really nice. Like
Which one do you like the most, the black dial or the?
I like them both, but I mean, is that trying to be a John Mayer? Maybe. Um, I think that one looks great. I think also the gold dial one. It's what a lot of people want people to do to see Rolex do, right? They want Rolex to put a ceramic bezel on their full gold pieces, and this is kind of what it looks like. The interesting thing is that watch on the rubber looks
Mhm.
horrible to me.
Hmm.
It's like
Looks.
the case isn't elegant enough, I don't think. Like a Daytona case is somewhat elegant. Those lugs are too chunky or something about it. I think it looks horrible on that strap.
Mm.
But I actually do like, especially if I can get like 25 off on a gold piece or something like that, then it's actually not a horrible buy on the full gold.
Yeah. Uncle Luxury, you're a Speedmaster fan, right? I mean, like, what do you think
Yeah.
about these?
So I had to rethink my initial reaction to the entire Omega releases because um, I think my knee jerk reaction was exactly what those memes were that came out. It was like
Hmm.
you stacked the Rolexes, you stacked up the Omegas, and
Hmm.
you're like, and then you said which one would I rather buy, right? But and then I also looked at it at would I buy any of these, and I think that's a pretty high bar to clear for me.
Hmm.
Just because I wouldn't necessarily buy it doesn't mean that it's a bad release. So I've kind of mellowed out a little bit on my take, especially on that green Speedmaster, because I had 3 points in my initial reaction about the Moonshine Gold green Speedmaster. Point number one was that's Daytona money. That's more than Daytona money. So for like the cost of it, right? Um,
Like,
when
yeah, the
you're looking at
list.
list versus list, yeah, when you're looking at list versus list, right?
Yeah.
And even though you can't get necessarily the Mayor Daytona, I think that all gold Daytonas on bracelets are still gettable if you're willing to wait and you have
Mm,
a reasonable relationship.
for a
Well, at least for me it
VIP like
was.
you, yeah,
At
yeah,
least for me it was, right? So if I wanted an all gold, white gold Daytona with a blue dial,
blue
it's
dial.
doable, right? Um, so that was point number one for me. Point number two was I thought that the Sedna Gold last year with the black dial was better looking. So
Hmm.
I think if you were gonna
It's
go with
gorgeous.
an all gold Speedmaster like a Moonwatch, I would have gone with that. And number three, while the Moonshine Gold is appealing, I think that if I wasn't willing to pay for the 2019 Omega Special release, the the Apollo 11 version,
Mm.
why would I spend that exact money for this watch if I was not willing to pay this much money 2 years ago for a limited edition launch release
Yeah.
of the 3861? So those were my 3 points.
So the
And I
difference though, the Sedna's boutique only. You're not
Yeah,
getting any
exactly,
discounts, right?
exactly. So
Sorry if I stole your thunder, but
yeah, so exactly. So I mean, if I were to walk in and be able to get 25 or 30% off of this
hmm.
out of the just an AD, that's a reasonable buy, I think, on an all gold for an all gold piece.
Yeah.
Javi,
Whether I would personally get it over a white gold Daytona, that's a different story. But I think that kind of mitigates it. The fact that this is not a limited edition and it's not a boutique only.
Javi, not liking a Sedna and a black Speedy looks
Right.
trash, no contrast. Sorry, not sorry, Marcus. I agree with you on that on last year's release. The Sedna, I would prefer that. I think.
I think I prefer this green one to tell you the
Hmm.
truth.
Hmm.
And I really like the Sedna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to see them in person, I guess.
I think this is a very good, it's a good release. I'm not gonna I think that I've come around to it. It's a good release,
It
but
looks good on that strap.
This is
Yeah.
a better picture for sure. This is a
Yeah.
way better picture.
It's a lot of money for a Speedy though, but
Yeah.
it's
It
not
is.
Canopus gold money either. So
True.
they both look good. That one looks sweet too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you, Colin. Though, but the champagne dial has to be on the
Yeah.
on the bracelet. It looks
Well,
terrible. It looks terrible on the strap.
and not only that, it's 50 meters water resistance, and they're putting a rubber strap on it like it's gonna go in the
Right.
water or something. I don't know.
Pretty cool lunar surface pattern on the inside of the strap. Nice little
Eh.
Yeah.
touch. I mean, you know, you didn't have to do. They didn't have to do that, but I think it's a nice little
Yeah.
touch. Somebody had asked about power reserve. You have 50-hour power reserve on this one.
Yeah. Same as
Um,
the Speedy.
okay, let's moving on to the Planet Ocean, the Ultra Deeps. This is a big boy, right?
Yeah.
Um, what say you guys? What do you think about this one?
I can go first. I mean,
Yeah.
it's huge, obviously. I
Mhm.
mean, it's 40, 45 and a half. I think it's 18.8 millimeters thick or something like that. It's a big boy. I kind of hate that I wish I had a giant wrist so I could buy one of these and just look ridiculous and have like a
Yeah.
stupid watch. But I'm not buying it. I know a few people that are interested in buying it,
Yeah.
though. And, again, people are making the comparison. Is this a James Cameron knockoff, right?
Look, I love the Planet Ocean line. I find most of the unwearable though for me. You know, I would love to wear one of these like you, Colin. I would love to wear one of these. It's just they're just not made for me. I mean,
It's
they're
like a
just
Ploprof, right? It's like you're just gonna wear something that's stupid, right?
yeah.
Like just
I think the
total
flip flop's a lot
niche.
cooler.
It is
It
pretty
totally
cool.
is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah, I think the flip flop's
Probably
a
why
lot
I'm saying that the watch advisor guy has a small wrist and it looked fine. Huh? Okay.
This is definitely something that you have to get on wrist because the
Yeah.
ergonomics are going to be weird.
Yeah. And perhaps a titanium version, right? Because it might be a
Like,
little lighter.
yeah,
Mm,
I don't think the lug to lug is too bad, but the ergo is going to be really weird.
yeah. Yeah, it'll be top heavy and I mean yeah, it's
My question was, who was asking for this? Why don't you just release those dials on the regular Planet Ocean? Like, who was asking for 6,000 meters?
there are people pumped about this though. There's
Yeah,
some people that are really pumped.
yeah, and it looks like the chat is really into it. Thomas is liking it. Um, you know, Joey likes it. Um, yeah, again, another head scratcher. I'm with you on that, Marcus. Like, who's asking for these? But I mean, apparently there are people who are just fanatical about them.
These are people who are saying, I like the look of it, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it. So,
Mm,
like, why
Mm.
don't you just release those dials on the regular Planet Ocean?
Hmm.
Release the Omega Steel or whatever, um, and just and have it on the 45.5, but without the ultra deep.
that steel is really bright, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Only money says that.
I think it's less of a gimmick than 914 steel, 904L steel. Like, I think the Omega steel is actually a thing.
Better than
We're all
904.
I wouldn't say
Better
it's better than
than a
904,
Rolex.
but I think it's different from the standard like 314 steel, more
Mm,
different
Mhm.
than the Rolex 904L.
right.
Oil Money says I came from Marcus Explose take tonight, and all I got was a mellow Marcus. Sad. Well, the night is still early. Um, the night is still early.
I don't really have
Um,
an explodes today though. Yeah.
all right. Well, that's okay.
Omega's
Uh,
lulled them into just complacency.
Yeah.
it's
Cold
lulled me
punch through
into
brick walls with that. Forget diving. Ploprov is cooler because it isn't trying hard to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. I mean, the Pull Prof is such an awesome watch. I never paid it too much mind until recently. A couple friends of ours have them, and it just looks so cool. Like if if I'm going to go for like a diver that I will never ever need to use as a diver, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting the Pull Prof over the Planet Ocean for sure.
It's the honey
Really
badger of watches. It's the honey badger of divers.
Yeah.
It just doesn't give a crap.
doesn't care. Yeah. That's a watch. I mean, you gotta have like a big collection of a Plo Prof, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Like you're not rocking that
I feel like you
too
have got to
often.
have a big collection to get something like this. Like the
You
only people
do,
that are really
yeah,
psyched about it is like Wolfgang because
yeah.
he's
Watch
like,
Mhm.
geeks.
I've. It's like my 8 other divers aren't thick enough, so I need something even thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need 6,000 meters for sure. Um, Wolfgang is going wild on the Ultra. I was talking to him earlier, and he like wants the titanium and the steel. He
Yeah.
he wants both of them.
Wow.
What am I saying? 45.5 millimeters and 18 millimeters thick, top heavy. Oh yeah, slap me, choke me, spin in my mouth, Omega. Okay, I probably should have read that before. I never learned my lesson with him. With the new Planet Ocean, I can do the dishes after Thanksgiving dinner with confidence.
Mm. Yeah.
uh,
Don't go in the
uh,
pool though.
yeah.
You're risking it.
I think you may see Kevin's S is saying. I think you may see all these dials in our regular POs soon enough.
Probably.
But that's more of a problem because like how many references are in the Omega's catalog now? And I think that's something that
Mm.
we're not taking into account. How many SKUs were released?
It's
And so if you
floating.
release it here and then you release the exact same dials in the catalog, what's going to happen? Like that's the problem with Omega, and they keep getting worse. They're not trimming down the catalog. They're just letting it
Mhm.
explode with these like
Yeah.
references all over the place, and nobody
Yeah.
cares about half of them.
It's very true. More than half.
However, the TI version is the business, but Marcus is right that it be better applied to the regular version. Orange Hand is saying initially I thought Omega was playing some kind of joke when I saw the whole lineup, like a Moser stunt or something. Yeah, Craig G's the ultimate FU watch is the Plo Prof.
That and Urwerk.
Wolfgang is already way over his watch limit this year. The guy puts on a limit of 4 watches. He's bought 2. He's actually really bought 3. He doesn't count the Grand Seiko, and he wants to get a couple of these Planet Oceans, and then he's still got to come to the States and meet up with like us a few times, and he's definitely going. He's going like 6 or 7 this year for
Yeah.
sure.
Don't make resolutions. That's
Yeah,
the moral of the story.
that's
Don't observe New Year's.
Exactly.
oh man. Okay, so look, I didn't want to bring up. I was trying to really resist bringing up Rolex in this conversation myself. I know it's been brought up from others on the panel, but I mean, this has got to be a direct hit against the OP, right? I mean, like,
Well, I wouldn't call it a hit.
well, I mean, like a direct stab
Yeah. Okay.
at the OP. That's what I meant.
Mhm.
Um, what say you guys? I'll give you my opinion after you guys go, but what say you guys about this release, a particular one?
So I'm at the point where I'm not even going to react to Omega here. Like I'm just going to say this. I'm at the point where I am never going to buy an Aqua Terra. I'm
Mhm.
never going to buy a Grand Seiko because
Mhm.
if I want something with just a date, an automatic with a date, I'm just going to get a date just
Yeah.
Mhm.
because nothing about the Aqua Terra interests me. These releases are terrible, and I'm out on Grand Seiko. So Aqua Terra, yawn. I'm out. So I'm out on Grand Seiko. I'm out on Aqua Terra.
Colin?
Yeah, I mean they're just following the trend. They they kind of went for it, but it's like they toned it back so like people wouldn't notice that they're trying to copy Rolex or something, and they
Mhm.
just made
Mhm.
ugly colors, in my opinion. Like kind of really soft. I mean, I guess these are geared towards women. I don't know.
Well,
Are
these
they?
ones definitely are. These are like, well, the 34s
38?
were.
These
This
are
is
38s.
34
Oh,
and
these are
38s. Yeah.
38s. Yeah, these look
I
terrible.
mean, I mean, I always bag on people for like saying that date wheels need to be the same color as the dial because it really doesn't bother me much, but that date wheel needs to be the same color as the dial.
Yeah.
Like that looks really bad. Um,
So look, I'm not a huge fan of the recent OP releases. You know, the different colorways. I'm not really, that does nothing for me. The Tiffany doesn't do anything for me. The coral. I know a lot of people went nuts over those colors. They're just, colors. They were flat. They just didn't really do anything for me. These colors, though, um, kind of interesting. Look, I mean, I think what's going on here. One of the reasons why I like the Aqua Terra, at least the current version of the Aqua Terra, I kind of liked how that dial design with those teak,
mhm,
horizontal lines going through it. I thought that was really like a signature look for them. And here they kind of just like, I know that it wasn't always the case. It didn't always have that, but I mean, like this is just like, I don't know, like a really weak effort to add some color, and
yeah.
then losing a little bit of yourself here. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these are way better looking in person. I'm just not impressed.
Maybe they are. I mean, the OP colors they grab your attention, right? The teak pattern it grabs your attention. This dial, like, I don't want to look at. I just don't want to look at this dial. Like nothing about that makes me want to
Can I
look
give
at
you
it.
another color? Let me give you another color. This is I don't
Those
want to
Yeah.
do a
34s.
34. I want to do a
Yeah.
38.
Hmm.
Just bear. Come
I'm
on here,
bored.
man.
I'm yeah.
We do a little blow.
Yeah. I'm bored. Bored
Yeah.
already. Haven't even.
Hey, Torin. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, more teak, man. I mean, like, it, I, th- I don't know. The teak design here would have. I don't know if it would have knocked. They would have knocked it out of the park with these colors with the teak, but it definitely would have been a better option to add. I think it would have drawn out the colors a little bit better, and maybe got the same effect or the right effect that they
But
wanted.
that's the thing. All the colors are washed out. They're all. It's like they half went for it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do this halfway if you're going this route.
Tom's saying the red is actually red, unlike the coral red, which is more orange. Brownie, I don't mind these Aquaterras, probably targeting more one watch folks, unisex, and they will be available for purchase. They're nice. Nothing too exciting. Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, you can buy them. You'll be able to buy them, right?
Oh, great. I'm sure that's
Uh,
what they were going for.
uh, the more I see the colored OPs, the more I like them. I think they're trying to make the AT less sporty, trying to dress it up a bit and losing its character. Yeah, I mean,
Again,
maybe.
like you're making everything vanilla. What's the?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I
I
mean, maybe that's why you don't see this in the 41s, right? Maybe they are trying to make it more dressy, and that's why you only see it in the 39s, the
maybe
38s.
maybe they should just give up on the line and see what they can do about the Globemaster.
No,
Honestly,
no. The Aquaterra line is a great line. I love the
Ah,
Aquaterra line. They
every
just
time
dropped the ball here with this one.
every time I hear from beach to boardroom, I'm just like wrong.
No,
Honestly,
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think the people who use that kind of like terminology, and I've been guilty of it in the past, are
save up for
just
a dentist.
it does it to the watch a disservice. There's no AT without teal dial. Teak.
Teak.
Yeah. How thick are they? I don't know. No, no. I don't know if
Didn't get
they'll
that
tell you
far.
here.
I think these
It's
aren't bad. They're like 13.
yeah, probably not too bad.
Everything just right down the middle.
Yeah. Okay, let's
That guy.
Oh boy.
What else did they release? He'll be
Um,
back, right?
he'll be back.
and
Yeah, he's back.
There he is.
let's wipe this clean here. Sorry about that, guys. And just let's go with the Master here, okay? Um, let me share the screen.
Taking my Omega out.
All right.
Oh gosh.
No, huh? No
No,
good.
like it's okay.
Yeah,
No, it's fine.
yeah, it's fine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You want a green one? Here's your
Yeah,
green one.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good green.
yeah. I mean, they've done white, they've done blue, they've
Yeah.
done like that silvery
Yeah.
gray kind of look, black. Yeah, green. Tom saying, I don't think there's anything wrong with Omega following a Rolex trend. Their aim is to sell watches. If people buy them, what's wrong with that? No, I mean,
Nothing wrong.
there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes it's nice to, and look, Omega's done this before. They follow their own way, So it's kind of hard. It's hard for me to be so critical of Omega, but I mean, the Aqua Terra. I mean, these new releases are just. Uh,
It's I don't know. It just feels like it's hard to get excited about. We breathe air every day. I don't get excited every morning when I'm like, "There's air to breathe." It's just there, right? And
right.
these are just kind of going to be there. It's
Uh,
just they don't excite me. That maybe I'm too much of a watch nerd. That's all.
I would like to see this one in person though, because I'm hoping that the green pops a little bit more. It seems very very subdued with a lot of black tones in the color there, dark tones, and so it kind of looks a little boring. But maybe in person I would get a different reaction.
I could see myself buying this, like
Hmm.
if I got bored and
And
I
then flip it
wanted.
like 3 months later.
Yeah, like if a good deal came up and it was there and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I'd buy it. Yeah, wear it for a bit.
I think for me they had to do it, but it's like personally, if I wasn't gonna buy the Great White Speedmaster, I'm not gonna buy this. Like that
Yeah,
was
the
the
white's
closest
pretty sweet.
that was the closest I came.
Kevin is saying Colin's Omega hat can go from beach to the border.
With this in the boardroom, yeah.
Kevin S does. Hope the S&P looks green and not black. Yeah.
I think it
Um,
will.
Mm.
yeah, I think it will too. I think in person you're gonna get a different vibe
Yeah.
from it. Marcel saying, I like the green 300M. I would have picked a brighter green. Yeah, that's why I keep on mentioning I want to see this in person because I'm hoping that it's a little bit greener than or lighter, a little bit lighter than what we see in the rendering in the pictures here. Um, Craig's like, I hope it's a darker in shade. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay. So Speedmaster 57s. What do you guys think?
I really like it.
Yeah,
Ah,
Yeah. Um,
they're beautiful.
does it move the needle in the sense that it displaces the Moonwatch as the watch to buy if you're only going to get one Omega? No.
I don't think so.
But I think this is an excellent addition to the catalog. I think that it looks it's a really handsome release.
Yeah,
The Fotina does not look bad at all. I think they uh, other than that one, I don't like that one, but
yeah, I don't like it
Yeah.
either.
Okay.
but one of those like I think this is a vintage re-release done right. They put the right movement in it. I think it's a better execution than the Chronoscope personally.
Click the back,
Um,
Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
There.
so I think it's a better execution. The fact that it came in thinner than the Moonwatch is also something good.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is something from the back catalog. It's a great release. And it's something that if I were to get two Speedmasters, this would be the obvious choice.
This is 40 mil, 40.5. Okay.
40 and a
Yeah,
half.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's under 13. It's under 13 millimeters thick, so I mean it's a very wearable. And if you want a more modern caliber, right? If you don't want the
Yeah.
3861, this has all the bells and whistles, right? That the thing with the 3861 is it's just basically it's a tuned up 861 old 861, right? But this one has all the bells and whistles of a modern Omega.
Mm.
And it's got the vintage look. It's probably a very wearable case. I think this is a hit. It it I think in that sense it does move the needle a bit.
Yeah. Hobby Bobby not liking BiPAC Compax Chronos.
Really?
Um,
What's wrong with them?
yeah, I don't know, Hobby Bobby. Why is that? But I gotta say, I think I'm with the Detroit Spartan here. these absolutely do nothing for me. They never really did. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean,
No,
I
I've
just like
always liked these. So
I
Yeah,
prefer the Moonwatch.
yeah.
Um, you know, um,
me too. But I think it's a good secondary Speedmaster. Um, I guess I'm more partial to the broad arrow as well.
yeah.
There's nothing better than a broad arrow
That's
with
probably
Omega.
the only thing I really like about it is the
Yeah.
broad arrow, and I know that's such a huge distinctive feature on this watch. Like it's recognizable. Okay, now we're talking about a Speedmaster 57 here, in the modern sense. But if I wasn't going, I'll probably get some flack for this, but if I wasn't going Moonwatch, I'd go with the Speedmaster Racing. I just love the racing
Mm.
series of the,
Like with the orange and all that is
or the yellow and
yeah,
the black and the yellow. Yeah, I mean, I just those are the ones that talk to me more than this one.
yeah. I only like this one. I don't like the other colorways. I don't like the
Gotcha.
blue.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't like the red. I don't like the green. I think
Mm.
those are ugly. This one
yeah,
needs it needs the vintage neo vintage look.
yeah,
Um, like I think this one is the hit. The one that you have on the screen is the hit.
yeah. I think I'm also getting burned out with neo vintage,
Yeah,
and maybe
that could be it.
Oh yeah.
that's some of it. Um, Moonwatch all day for Detroit Spartan.
Sure.
Paul prefers this one. Um,
Hmm.
Steel bezel, broad arrow, me likey.
Yeah. I love a
Broad,
steel bezel.
yeah, broad arrow, hands rock. Um, I get the appeal, but not for me.
Yeah.
Sandwich dial is also pretty cool. That's another thing I like about this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Um,
if you're gonna broaden out the Speedmaster line, like this is the sort of thing. Like you don't need like 12 different Aqua Terras that look exactly the same but with just a different dial. This is sort of the thing. If you're gonna add to the catalog, this is the kind of thing that Omega needs to do. Um, not those Aqua Terras for sure.
mhm. Thomas is saying the Speedmaster 57 is a great design, one of the best speedies. The three-part flat link bracelet is so much better than the old 1861 bracelet, and the sandwich
Uh,
dial with the broad arrow
Yeah.
hands look great. Yeah.
I think this is the same
Uh,
bracelet they're using on the Ed White, right? I think.
yes. Yeah. Flatline.
hey, Greg, thanks for joining us. Yeah, likes the broad arrow too very much. Yeah, so big
Straight
fan.
straight
So
lugs too.
yeah,
They don't have the twisted lugs. Yeah, all that vintage feel. It's nice.
so
Yeah.
looks like the chat mostly agrees with you guys, and they like this release for sure. Was that it? I mean, I think we
Yeah, I
already
think
talked about that.
that's it.
I mean, other than Constellation,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
nah,
yeah.
nah, nah. So Marcus, you feel overall though that this Omega release was pretty good,
I
or okay,
I
or at
think
least okay.
I think there were like I think the gold Speedmasters were different. I think the Speedmasters were hits. I don't like the I didn't appreciate any of the. I understand why they did it,
Yeah.
but the divers did nothing for me. The and obviously the terrors did nothing for me.
Oh, let's look
And
at let's approach it this way. If you give it a grade, A, B, C, B
B
plus, C
minus
plus, B
C
minus,
minus.
B minus. If Omega and Colin, if you guys were both in grade 12, what what, what grade would Omega get on this release?
In OAC, if we were in OAC,
Yeah, yeah, sure. I don't know what
yeah.
that means.
Even youngsters wouldn't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not a C and it's not an A. It's somewhere in the B range.
hmm
Yeah.
hmm Demerits on the Aqua Terra for sure.
Mm.
Positive on the Moonwatch release, even the gold. I generally liked it. The broad arrow I'm ambivalent to. Um, the Planet Ocean I really like, although I would never wear it. So I'm saying I'll just give it a flat B. It's a flat B. I'm an easy grader. Let's see here, chat. What grade would you give this release? Why not?
I think B
Uh,
minus is right. Marcus is right. B
yeah,
minus. Yeah.
overall could have been better. C minus in my opinion. F, a little tough grader here.
stuff.
I thought I was harsh.
Caliber gets your joke.
Yeah, we're bros.
Navy Blue Monster, Aqua Terras are for the normies. Speedmasters more for the enthusiasts. Okay.
Normies.
Would you date Omega? Yes or no? Like date?
No.
Date?
I
Like
mean,
date, marry, or
I mean, it depends on the personality. I mean, like I could if it had a really good personality and I could overlook some things. I don't know. Maybe take them to Olive Garden. I don't know. Solid release for a huge volume selling brand. Hobby giving them a B plus. Okay. Wilson C plus. Mike C plus. A lot of B pluses here. Michael B. B plus. B plus plus. Ooh.
a lot of people like
Paul
them.
Paul gives a B. B plus. B range for Marcel.
And Marceau should know. Marceau's a professor, so he's probably the one to turn to.
Saving the best hat for last.
B. Dudes, that's a high school note pass reference. I guess I missed it, man. Thor with a B plus. Got to see those green dials in person. Can't grade the releases until then. Oh, look at Detroit Spartan doing. You know, he's a stickler.
I think that green dial is probably gorgeous in person.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm hoping. I'm hoping actually. B plus.
Which green dial are you talking about? The Speedmaster or the
Speedy.
Speedy? I might take a look at it. And depends on the discount.
Okay. Ontario academic credits, aka grade 13 for slow Ontario teens, not ready for booze, drugs, sexual experimentation, and university lectures all in the same year. Okay. It used to be. It used to be the Olive Garden. It used to be the go-to date when I wasn't really, into it. And I mean, the breadsticks were good. I mean, like the breadsticks are good. The salad's good. C plus. You guys have Olive Garden up in Canada?
No.
It's like a chain,
I've
like
been
Italian.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there.
Okay. Yeah, curious. I mean, Thomas has a good point here. I wish Omega would discontinue the SMP line. The bracelet is awful, and everyone hates the helium escape valve look.
I don't hate it. I don't hate the helium escape valve look. Signature, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting take, Thomas.
That's like an iconic line. You're gonna discontinue that? I'm sorry.
No.
That doesn't make sense to me. That's like their best seller probably after the Speedy.
The clips that have been posted look really turquoise, and the gold looks washed out.
I mean, I've seen the moonshine in person. It does look good. It's not like honey gold pretty, but I would say that it's probably more attractive than Rolex yellow gold, to be honest. So, yeah, I think I need to see it in person as well and see what kind of discount I can get.
Yeah.
Oh, seeing what kind of discount he can get.
Okay.
Things are getting serious.
Things are getting serious. Well, Uncle Luxury is a serious man. Well, guys, I'm gonna cut it a little bit early so I can get a good night's sleep tonight. But thanks again, guys, Uncle Luxury and _ Watches, Marcus and Colin for stepping it up and coming on tonight and discussing the Omega releases. I really appreciate it, and chat, awesome job being involved. Really appreciate you guys. Marcus, are you going to celebrate your niece's birth with at least with a pen? Are you going to do that at least?
I did. I bought a pen.
I know
it's on its way.
Yeah.
He buys pens every week. He's just.
I know. He's just looking for excuses.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my niece is born. I gotta get a pen. Yeah. Colin, man, your pictures, you're still killing it with your pictures when you put them up, man. Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
What do you got going? What do you got going for the rest of the week?
Nothing, man. Busy week at work. That's all.
Yeah. I hear you. Same here with me. Busy week at work. Anyway, guys, thanks again. chat. Thank you again, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.